You ever walk into a room and forget what you came in for? Or maybe you've been feeling a little more tired lately, even after a good night's sleep? Don't worry, you're not alone. These things happen, and sometimes they sneak up on us so slowly, we chalk it up to just getting older. But here's the thing. What if your body's trying to tell you something more? What if that forgetfulness, that fatigue, that nagging feeling something's off, is actually a little whisper from your body saying, "Hey, I need a little help here"? Now, I know we've all been through a lot over the years. We've raised families, worked hard, maybe even danced at a few weddings and cried at a few more. We know how to take care of others, but sometimes, just sometimes, we forget to check in on ourselves, especially when it comes to the quiet signs our bodies send us. And that's why this talk is so important. Because as we age, our nutritional needs change, and if we're not paying attention, it's easy for key nutrients to slip through the cracks. And when they do, our bodies let us know, but not always in ways that are obvious. So today, I want to sit with you and have a gentle, honest conversation about 4 essential signs of nutrient deficiency that every senior should know. Not to worry, this isn't about diets or supplements or anything complicated. We're just going to talk about a few small things you can notice in your day-to-day life that might mean your body needs a little boost. Let's start with something a lot of folks don't connect with nutrition at all: muscle weakness. You know that feeling when a jar of peanut butter seems tougher to open than it used to be? Or when climbing the stairs feels like you've just climbed a mountain? That kind of weakness isn't just about aging. It can actually be a sign your body is low on vitamin D or protein. These are the building blocks that help keep your muscles strong and steady. Vitamin D, for example, isn't just about bones, though it's great for those too. It plays a big role in how your muscles move and even how your nerves carry messages. And if you're not getting enough sunlight or your diet's been a little low on things like eggs, fortified milk, or fish, your body might be quietly struggling. The same goes for protein. As we age, our bodies don't process it quite as efficiently, so we actually need a bit more of it to maintain our strength. And no, you don't have to eat a steak every night. Things like beans, yogurt, or even a warm bowl of lentil soup can make a big difference. Now let's talk about another little sign that often goes unnoticed: dry or cracking skin, especially around the lips or the corners of the mouth. Have you ever smiled and felt that sharp little sting at the edge of your lips? It can be easy to ignore or brush off as the weather changing, but sometimes it's your body's way of telling you it needs more B vitamins, particularly B2 and B3. These are important for skin health and healing, and when you're low on them, your skin has a harder time staying soft and smooth. Think about the last time you looked in the mirror and noticed your lips were flaky, or maybe the skin on your hands felt paper thin and dry no matter how much lotion you put on. That could be your body waving a little flag, saying it needs more of the good stuff, things like green vegetables, nuts, and whole grains. These foods are packed with those helpful B vitamins that keep your skin healthy and help your body heal from the inside out. And while we're on the subject of small but telling signs, let me ask, have you noticed more bruises lately? The kind where you don't even remember bumping into anything, yet there it is, a dark little patch on your arm or leg. That can be another quiet clue. Sometimes, this kind of easy bruising means your body might be low on vitamin C, which is essential for keeping your blood vessels strong and helping your skin repair. When we're not getting enough, the capillaries under our skin become more fragile and we bruise more easily. It's not about clumsiness, it's about your body needing a little extra care. You might not think a glass of orange juice or a handful of strawberries can do much, but they absolutely can. And not just for bruising. Vitamin C helps your immune system, keeps your gums healthy, and even supports your memory. So, next time you're at the market, maybe reach for that juicy orange or toss a few bell peppers into your stew. You'd be surprised how something so simple can make a difference in how you feel day to day. Now, I know this might feel like a lot to think about, especially when life already has so many moving pieces. But the beauty of it is, these changes don't have to be big or complicated. Sometimes it's just about listening a little more closely to your body, noticing the little things, and making a small shift here or there to give yourself what you need. Let's keep this going and talk about a few more signs your body might be sending you. Because the more we know, The more we can take care of ourselves and keep doing the things we love with the people who matter most. One of the things we don't talk about enough as we get older is how much our mood and mental clarity are connected to what we eat or don't eat. If you've ever felt a little more anxious than usual, maybe more down, or even foggy in your thinking, it's easy to chalk it up to the daily stresses of life or simply getting older. But in truth, your brain has its own appetite, and when it doesn't get what it needs, it lets you know in ways that can feel emotional or even exhausting. One big player here is vitamin B12. This one's a quiet little helper, but it has a big job, keeping your nerves and brain working properly. When you're low on B12, it can sneak up on you. You might feel confused at times or forget things you usually remember. You might feel tired even when you've had plenty of rest. Some people even feel unusually down or anxious without understanding why. It's like a slow dimming of a light bulb. You don't notice it right away, but suddenly things don't feel as bright. And here's the thing. B12 is mostly found in animal products like meat, fish, eggs, and dairy. So if you've cut back on those, whether for health reasons or just because they don't sit well anymore, it's very possible your levels have dipped. The good news is, there are gentle ways to bring it back up. Your doctor can check your levels easily with a blood test, and sometimes all it takes is a small supplement or eating a few fortified foods. The goal isn't to overhaul your whole routine. It's to give your brain the tools it needs to stay sharp, focused, and steady. Now, let's talk about something a little more visible but often overlooked: changes in your nails or hair. Have you ever noticed your nails becoming brittle, splitting more easily, or your hair feeling thinner than it used to? Again, most people shrug this off as just part of aging. But often, it's your body signaling a lack of iron. Iron is essential. It helps carry oxygen through your blood to all your cells. And when you're low on it, not only does your energy take a hit, but the parts of your body that grow quickly, like hair and nails, start showing signs first. Your nails might develop ridges, or your hair might start falling out more in the shower. It's like your body is making choices. Let's keep the heart and lungs going, and we'll worry about the hair later. Fair enough, right? But it's still a sign that something needs attention. Women, especially, can be at risk for iron deficiency as they age, and it can happen even without anemia. But it's not just about red meat. Iron is in spinach, beans, lentils, and even fortified cereals. And pairing those with vitamin C-rich foods helps your body absorb the iron better. So, a bowl of lentil soup with a squeeze of lemon or a spinach salad with strawberries can do more than taste good. It can strengthen your whole system from the inside out. And just to add a personal touch, I remember visiting my aunt a few years back, and she was always so full of life. But one day I noticed she kept sitting down more often, saying her legs felt heavy. She had always been so active, so it surprised me. Turned out she was low in iron and didn't know it. Once she got it sorted out, you should have seen her go, dancing at her grandson's wedding like she was 30 again. That's the thing with these little signs. They may seem small at first, but once you start listening to them, you realize how much better life feels when your body has what it needs. All of this, muscle weakness, dry skin, changes in mood or energy, brittle nails, these aren't just random issues. They're little signals, gentle nudges from your body asking you to take a closer look. And it's never too late to respond with care. After all, we've spent a lifetime taking care of others. This is our time to take care of ourselves. Let's keep going, because there are still a few more signs that might surprise you. The kind that show up not just in how you feel, but in how you move through the day and how much energy and joy you get out of it. You know, something I hear often from folks is, I just don't have the energy I used to. And while yes, slowing down a little is part of the natural rhythm of aging, feeling wiped out after doing something simple, like taking a walk around the block or cooking dinner, shouldn't feel like running a marathon. That kind of low energy, especially if it comes with shortness of breath or that dragging, heavy feeling, might be another quiet sign your body's running low on key nutrients. Let's talk about magnesium for a moment. It's one of those minerals you don't hear much about, but it's doing a lot behind the scenes. Magnesium helps with everything from keeping your heart beating steadily to helping your muscles relax and your nerves function properly. And when your body doesn't have enough of it, You might notice yourself feeling more tired than usual, maybe even a little irritable or tense, with muscles that cramp up out of nowhere. Have you ever had those nighttime leg cramps? The kind that jolt you awake and make you rub your calf like you're trying to tame a wild animal? Magnesium could be at the root of that. It's in foods like leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and even dark chocolate, which, let's be honest, might be the best news you hear all day. A little square of dark chocolate after dinner isn't just a treat. It might actually help your body feel better. Isn't that lovely? And while we're here, let me bring up something else many of us just don't talk about enough: changes in appetite or taste. Have you ever noticed that food just doesn't taste the way it used to? Maybe things seem more bland, or you've lost interest in eating altogether. That can be more than just boredom. It could be a sign of a zinc deficiency. Zinc plays a role in your sense of taste and smell, and when your body is running low, food might lose its flavor, and your appetite might go right along with it. This is especially important because eating less, especially if you're already dealing with other health conditions, can spiral into even more deficiencies. It becomes a quiet cycle. Your body's missing something, so your appetite goes down, and then you miss even more. But here's the beautiful part. Sometimes, just reintroducing a few zinc-rich foods like pumpkin seeds, beans, or even a soft-boiled egg can help bring back your sense of enjoyment with meals. And honestly, meals should still be one of life's pleasures, no matter how old we get. That bite of warm soup, that morning tea with toast, it's not just nourishment, it's comfort, memory, and connection. I remember chatting with Mr. Benson, a gentleman in our community who used to be the life of every neighborhood potluck. But then he started losing weight, didn't show up as much, and when he did, he seemed quiet, withdrawn. Turns out, food didn't taste the same anymore. Once his doctor found he was low in zinc, and they added a few small changes to his diet, his appetite came back, and so did he. That twinkle in his eye? It returned. All from listening to a small change that didn't seem like a big deal at first. That's the magic of paying attention to these quiet signs. It's not about fear or fuss. It's about curiosity and care. Your body is wise. It's been through so much with you, and it's still on your side, trying every day to keep you steady, strong, and full of life. We just have to meet it halfway. You see, these nutrient shortfalls don't come with flashing lights or loud alarms. They arrive gently, with whispers, a little cramp here, a change in taste there, a forgotten name, or a tired afternoon nap that turns into a long one. But when we learn to recognize those whispers, we give ourselves the chance to feel better, move easier, and yes, enjoy more of what we love. So let's keep this going. There's still more to share, and I want to make sure we cover all the ways your body might be quietly asking for help, and how you can answer with kindness, wisdom, and a few simple steps that make all the difference. And here we are, still together, still listening to what our bodies have to say. Isn't it something, how the smallest changes can lead us to the biggest insights? Now, let's talk about one more sign that often gets brushed off, even though it can really affect your everyday life. Frequent infections or wounds that take too long to heal. You know what I mean? Those little cuts that linger, or a scratch that just won't seem to close up. Or maybe you feel like you catch every cold going around, even though you're mostly staying home and doing all the right things. That could be your immune system waving a quiet flag, and behind it might be a shortage of nutrients like vitamin C or zinc, which we touched on earlier. But another one that often gets overlooked is vitamin A. Yes, the same vitamin we were told as kids would help us see in the dark. Turns out, vitamin A does a lot more than help your vision. It also plays a huge role in how well your skin and tissues heal and how your immune system responds to threats. If you're running low on it, your body might struggle to bounce back the way it used to. The good news? It's easy to find in foods like sweet potatoes, carrots, and dark leafy greens. So, that warm bowl of carrot soup or a handful of spinach in your omelet. That's not just comfort food, it's healing food, and your body will thank you for it. And speaking of vision, let's pause there for a moment. Have your eyes been feeling more tired lately? Has your night vision gotten worse? Or do you find yourself squinting more, even with your glasses on? These can also be linked to low levels of vitamin A, along with other nutrients like lutein and omega-3 fatty acids, which help protect your eyes as you age. A plate with colorful vegetables, some walnuts, or a little baked fish here and there can go a long way in keeping your eyes clearer and your world a little brighter. Now, I know all this might sound like a lot: muscles, skin, nails, mood, energy, vision, but it all ties together. Every part of you is connected, and when your body doesn't have quite what it needs, it gently taps on your shoulder in different ways. And the beauty of it is that you can respond. You can take a step toward feeling better, toward having more ease in your movement, more joy in your meals, more light in your spirit. I want you to know this. Recognizing these signs doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means you're paying attention. It means you care about how you feel, how you move, and how you live the rest of your story. And that story isn't done, not by a long shot. I've met so many people in their 60s, 70s, even 80s who made small changes and felt like they'd gotten a new lease on life. One friend of mine, Grace, she's 74, started adding a handful of almonds to her breakfast and swapped her evening toast for a bowl of vegetable stew. After just a few weeks, her hands stopped cramping, her skin softened, and this one made me smile. She said she could finally button her favorite blouse again without fumbling. It's never just about food. It's about what food gives us: strength, comfort, and the ability to keep doing the things we love. So, here we are, at the end of this little journey together. You've heard the whispers, those quiet signs that your body might need a little more love, a little more nourishment. Muscle weakness, dry skin, low mood, brittle nails, changes in taste, frequent infections. None of these are just getting older. They're your body's way of asking for help. And the help? It's already in your hands. You don't need to turn your whole life upside down. You just need to begin with care. Add a colorful veggie here. Drink a little more water. Listen to your hunger and your energy. Talk to your doctor if something feels off. And most of all, believe that your health is still worth investing in, because it is. You're not too old to feel strong again. You're not too old to feel excited about tomorrow. You're not too old to take one small step toward feeling better than you did yesterday. If something we talked about today reminded you of your own experience, or if you have a story to share, leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And if you found this helpful, give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe so we can keep having these heart-to-heart conversations. You're not in this alone. We're walking this path together. And just remember, you're never too old to feel young again. Not in your heart, not in your body, and certainly not in your spirit. Keep going. You've got this.